Like, what the fuck do y'all be talking about? I do self-work. When I don't feel right, bitch, I meditate. When I need to get shit out, I journal. When I need to feel spoiled, I go pamper myself. Take notes, bitch.
You know, everywhere I go, I see the same old. But I don't see no chick like me. Maybe, cause I'm the one and the only. Yeah, it ain't no bitch like me. It ain't no bitch like me.
I know I'm not a UK girly, but I just watched that off the record interview with that Tumelo girl, and I don't care what none of y'all say, that girl started projecting. She started projecting because the interviewer was making a lot of sense. For one, why are y'all acting like she wasn't on the show because of her content? And what's her content about? How else did y'all expect her to ask these questions, right? Two, this lady's tone was the same through and through. I don't care what none of y'all say. Her tone was very much the same. Straightforward. She was kind. She even said, you know, you're a baby compared to me, right?
Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I'm 18.
You are 18 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a baby. Compared to me anyway.
I think it's funny y'all like to age shame these women as though they're ashamed of their age. They're not. You could tell that a lot of these young girls are just mimicking what they see on TV and what they hear on the radio, because she didn't even want to tell the host what her profession was.
What do you do for a living?
What do I do? Do I even have... I don't know.
You don't know? Are you working at the moment? Are you in college or uni or anything like that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You don't know if what you do for a living?
Because you know that's crazy. Why are y'all normalizing an 18-year-old being a ex-worker?
But it was appropriate for him to eat your bum.
That's business.
So even if the host, even if her tone did change once Tumelo told her what she does for a living, why are y'all acting like that's not warranted? She's 18. A teenager. A lot of you young girls don't know the difference between concern and judgment because y'all be lying to yourselves about what you're doing. That's why Tumelo got triggered, because the host started making sense.
It's giving... We got to call a spade, because transactions of monetary gain for sexual acts, by definition, is what you're doing here.
I don't think I do it on a wide scale. It's selective.
So you do on a selective scale.
I wouldn't consider that ex work. I wouldn't consider myself yeah, that's what you do. If you deal with men for the exchange of money solely, you are a worker. But see, y'all be lying to yourselves about that. Y'all think y'all better than the 304s. Y'all think y'all better than the girls at the club, when actually it's the other way around. Because the girls at the club got clear boundaries. They know themselves. They're not lying about what they're doing. They're not lying about liking this man. They're not glamorizing these men's profession. They don't even know what you do. You think a stripper in the club care about what you do? Your profession? No. It's only you hoes who get on these tracks and, oh, I got a scammer, I got a drug dealer, I got a murderer, I got a P. Diddy. This is the most pick-me generation of young girls I've ever seen in my life, because y'all will sit up and bash older women. Bash them for their age. Oh, you hating on me, you mad you're old, while simultaneously bragging about sleeping with a 60-year-old man. While simultaneously bragging about dealing with warlocks and serpents and vampires, bitch. Y'all praise these men. Oh, he paid me. My nigga love me. But you will bash these women. Y'all are pick-me's. And I hate to break it to you, but a lot of y'all in the future, y'all are going to end up alone. No sisterhood, no community, right? Because the women you need to be building relationships with, right? Trying to figure out how they got where they got at their age and how they got the brands and you want to beef with them.
Are
The
you
fact
like
that you ain't got
attacking me
chain.
because you're old?
Old?
Like
do you
your
mean?
generation wouldn't really understand my generation. We're very far apart.
Okay.
I read somewhere you're like 48.
48. Well, I look damn good for 48, if that's
You
the
do.
case.
I'll give you that. You do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that after rave, when you was 18, you was probably getting fuck out behind bins.
You don't know me, so I'm going to excuse
I don't need to
myself.
know you.
I'm going to excuse myself for a
Remember,
sec.
you need me here.
Okay, that's fine, darling.
Y'all spending your entire 20s pandering and centering men. And you think just because you're getting paid for it that you're not a pick-me. You are. Y'all are pick-me's, bro. And y'all don't know how to hear that. Right? Y'all only care when men are pandering to you or paying you. Y'all just think that is such a flex. Tumelo was triggered because that whole started making sense. And I hope the young girls, I really hope y'all get out of this, because again, y'all do not want to look up and be 30 and realize your entire 20s was you just pandering to men. A lot of y'all in my comments saying that interviewer from Off the Record was being rude and condescending and nasty. Y'all are upholding the angry black woman stereotype. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's exactly that same energy where in the workspace, black women have to almost tap dance for people without them getting offended by like us just being there. Because that interviewer was not being rude. She was not calling this girl out of her name. She was being direct. She was being direct and stern and clear. And y'all don't like that. You don't like when black women do not like shrink themselves, or like if we don't agree with what you're doing, we're just like you're mad, you're hating, y'all did the same shit to me a couple months ago when Sexy Red first started going viral. It was a lot of my followers, my younger followers, saying they felt pressure to like her music, and music is fucking relative. And I was like, why are y'all trying to make little black girls feel like they gotta fuck with this vibe? They don't. And y'all were respectability politics. What the fuck do y'all be talking about? Black women having standards or being direct and clear and not partaking in these weird aesthetics that have just taken over our culture offends y'all. It's like we have really gotten to a point in society where y'all rather praise the things you feel superior to. That's exactly why what's at the forefront is at the forefront, because y'all don't like people who trigger you. You don't like people who challenge you. You don't like people who know their worth and love themselves and have a standard and do things differently. You rather praise the girls doing the same bullshit you're doing so that you never have to change. This woman's tone was consistent. So if you want to blame it on her tone being condescending, why didn't Tumelo get up from the jump? Because the interview was going perfectly fine the entire time. I also think a lot of y'all didn't watch the whole interview. Okay, that's what a lot of y'all do. You don't do your own research. Watch the entire interview. I'll throw some clips in it here.
The public have decided.
You said I want problems always. Yeah?
Only.
Well, thank you for joining us. Tell us a bit more about yourself, apart from being, a Thanos of the UK. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I'm 18.
You are 18 years old?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a baby. Compared to me,
they was chopping
anyway.
it up. They was cool. Tumelo was proud to be there talking about the men that pay to sleep with her.
You put on your story your price list of different... Girl, you put your price list of different... I don't even know what to say. Different acts that you can be performed on you. I did. Girl, I told you I watched all your things.
You know when it went left? When the interviewer started repeating back to Tumelo what she was saying about herself, but it wasn't AAV'd out. It wasn't, oh girl, I know that's right, get the bag. It was clear, it was direct, and it was stern, and it was in layman's terms. It was almost like the interviewer was like, do you hear what you're saying? So okay, let me repeat this back. Let me make sure I'm hearing this correctly. Once she started literally reiterating everything Tumelo was already saying about herself, she got triggered. What do you mean shame? Yeah, like, do you have shame? Because you're an 18-year-old child coming on an interview and you think it's a flex to be bragging about, your pricing. So do you carry shame? We live in the UK. Things are different. She's interviewing her. She's asking her valid questions based on her content and why she's there. And because she's not applauding her and she's not high-fiving her for this shit, now she's being judgmental. Now she's being condescending. It actually wasn't until Tumelo
disrespected her that she kind of got a little nasty. And now you could say, oh, she was too grown for that, right? You could say she was wrong for that. But in the real world, which I know a lot of y'all don't live in, you don't get to dictate how people respond to your bullshit. You don't, adult or not. Y'all call these women old. You age shame them. And then when they talk about your brands and how you're broke, now y'all are just victims. You come on my platform disrespecting me for doing my job. She could have said a lot more. All of y'all trying to say this black woman is being condescending for doing her job. Y'all are upholding the angry black woman stereotype. And I think it's funny that couldn't just be her style, right? That couldn't just be her style of how she makes content, right? Like Bobby Adolph, remember her style was dry, or Funny Marco, his style was kind of childish, right? Why they can't just be her style of content? Because everybody got their niche, right? But no, the second it's a black woman and she is not partaking in these bullshit ass aesthetics, y'all get triggered because y'all like to praise things you fucking feel superior to.
You're gonna be one of those hating ass old aunties we can't stand now. I hate that for you. You know what I hate for y'all? Is that y'all are going to look up and be 25, be 30, and you're not gonna have any friends. You're not gonna have any sisterhood. You're not gonna have anything but a baby. No shade. But it is the truth, because the fact that y'all think that as a grown woman, I think it's weird that an 18-year-old think it's a flex to be selling their body is crazy. And it's really heartbreaking to see how many of y'all are being led astray. Because contrary to popular belief, the older, bitter, hating ass aunties is not these women with these multi-million-dollar companies. It's not me. It's not these CEOs, right? It's these women who cheer this shit on. It's these older women who condone this shit. Right? It's the older women in the club with y'all. It's these older women who never tell you the truth. You know why? Because they your fucking competition. They want your life. I don't want your life. And because I am the big sister, because I have an 18-year-old sister, I'm not ever going to tell y'all something I wouldn't tell her. My 18-year-old sister came home talking about she's selling, baby, it's a wrap. But again, y'all are being led by a bunch of older women who don't care about you. They don't tell you the truth, right? They can't keep it real with you because they don't keep it real with themselves. Any woman, any grown woman who is condoning that behavior, baby, she's your biggest op. Because she wants you to go through all the same shit she went through, because misery loves company. These type of women sit back and watch y'all do the dumbest shit. Even though she know it hurt her, even though she know what she got out of it, right? But since she ain't healed, since she wants your man, since she in the club with you, y'all got the same aesthetic. Oh, baby, she ain't never gonna keep it a stack. The older, bitter aunties are not the ones at the family cookouts anymore. They're the ones in the club with y'all, never telling you the truth. Never using their pain and their suffering, because we know you hoes is suffering, to like help the next generation, right? And to my younger baddies who want more out of life, because I know all of y'all don't think like this. Again, I have an 18-year-old sister and y'all would never be able to sit with her. Ever, ever, never, ever. Remember that God can only bless you through other people, right? You get the raise through your boss. You get invited to the party through a friend. You get the opportunity through a connection. And seeing that we are in the middle of the rise of the matriarchy, and women will be the next directors, the next CEOs, right? Do y'all think I would ever hire a Tumelo? I don't give a damn if you agreed with that woman's tone or not. Thinking you have the right to lash out at people, disrespect them, and be combative because you're young and turn, gets you nowhere in the real world. I would never hire these type of young women who think every woman is her competition, who can't take direction, who can't listen, who are pick-me's. Again, that's what y'all are. We are raising a generation of pick-me women, okay? Because y'all know why y'all like to bring up age? Why you think being old is a dig? Because you think your youth makes you more desirable to men. Yeah, baby, soak that in. Y'all bring up y'all age when you are speaking to these older women because you think your youth makes you more desirable to men. Y'all are spending your entire 20s pandering to men instead of trying to build with other women. And again, a lot of these men are not going to bless y'all with nothing but a baby.
And these bitches ain't got what it takes. Look, I'ma make them eat the cake. You know why, bitch? Cause my shit shade. Look, I'm a dead bitch. I'm a bad bitch. Oh, I'm ignorant. Go ahead and take a pic cause I'm the blueprint. You wanna drop me for my shit, but bitch, I do this. I make it look good. I know you want that. I'm an independent bitch and you ain't want that. When I throw that shit back, you know it bite back. Got that real good cash, you can't buy that. Look, sweep on hoes away like a tsunami. And these hoes fold just like some origami. Little bitch, I take your daddy, see you running to your mommy. Oops, bitch, I'm me and mammy, man, these hoes can't stand me. Got an Instagram, but nigga, please don't Instagram me. I know my shit pop, but nigga, please don't spam me. You niggas not in my league, you could never play me. You bitches ain't this high up, you could never shade me. Said I'm the best, I ain't afraid to repeat it. She said what she gon' do, well, bitch, I wanna see it. And I mean what I say, I don't post and delete shit. Only time these bitches wanna spit is when they sucking dick. Take a pic cause I'm the blueprint. You wanna drop me for my shit, but bitch, I do this, I make it look good. I know you want that. I'm an independent bitch and you ain't want that. When I throw that shit back, you know it